Jesus Christ.
Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters, and once again, welcome to our Eucharistic celebration. For my opening salvo, I would like to share to you what I read from social media. We all know that we have been experiencing series of tragedies for the past days. Pag naa daw baha, Ginoo ko. Pag naay linog, Diyos ko. Domingo karon simbata busy ko. Thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing God to be part and parcel of your day-to-day activities. And today you are here because you want to be busy with the Lord. And that is why I made mention in the introduction of the Mass that we owe everything from the Lord. And that is why we need to come every Sunday, because this is a weekly expression of thanksgiving. This is one way that we can reciprocate the love that we experience from God, His protection from the Lord throughout the week. And now we express our gratitude to Him, who is the source of everything. And I always am inspired every time I see a huge gathering of people every Sunday. Una-unaon ninyo nga dili lang ako ang nagdala og inspirasyon sa inyo ha. Ako po, ma-inspire po ko nga magtanaw nga puno kayo ang simbahan. Tagan kayo ang manimba. Why is that so? Because, my dear brothers and sisters, as a priest, it is also my responsibility to remind all of you that we need to come to the Lord. And the reason why we have these readings in our liturgy today, because we are coming close to end the liturgical year. Next Sunday, it will be the celebration of the solemnity of Christ, King of the universe, King of the world, and King in our day-to-day lives. So immediately after the solemnity of Christ the King, we begin a new liturgical calendar, and that is the first Sunday of Advent. So pwede na mo mag-decorate sa inyong balay. Father, sinabayan namin ng SM. Tapos na po. Masyadong maaga naman yun. So dapat kasi Advent pa, no? And then, of course, we Filipinos, we are known as the longest people in the world to celebrate Christmas. Kasi pag bare months na, ayun, pinapatugtog na yung mga melody ni Jose Marichan, no? At saka marami na mga decorations. Marami na ring ino-offer ang mga malls ng pre-Christmas sale. So kaya maaga ang Pasko sa Pinas. But nonetheless, my dear brothers and sisters, as I have explained, that we need to finish first the liturgical calendar, and that will be ending this coming Sunday, the solemnity of Christ the King, wherein we will be held accountable to all the things that we have been doing in this world. So the Lord will be the one to ask us, what have we done? And today, we hear in the parable of the Lord, because he was like a man going on a journey, and he called his servants and handed his funds over to them according to each man's abilities. Baka may magtatanong sa inyo, Father, bakit yung iba mayaman? Bakit yung iba ay super duper talented sa kanilang buhay? Father, bakit yung iba ay marupok? Bakit, Father, yung iba ay masayahin? No? So, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to respect our uniqueness, our individuality. And why is this so? Is it saying that God is not offering the same amount of love when He created us? No. So, our professor in UST, Father Gomez, reminded us that each and every one of us carry a formula. We have different formulas. Like any children would know what is the formula for addition. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Or the formula for subtraction, 2 minus 1 is equal to So you know the answer. That's the formula. So according to him, our life, each and every one of us, we carry our own formula, and the formula is 1H plus 3Es. What does it mean? H stands for hereditary factor. Ito yung mga traits and characteristics that we inherited from our parents. Father, bakit yung anak ko may kulot, tapos ikaw hindi? Baka kulot yung asawa mo. So meron talagang mga likha na nakukuha ng mga anak galing sa magulang. Father, bakit pikot yung mata ng anak ko? Eh kasi Chinese kayo. O di kaya may lahi kayong mga Japanese. Father, bakit maputi? O, kasi ito yung mga genes, ito yung mga na-inherit natin. And that is given. You cannot deny the fact unless you put some medical intervention with regard to your birth. So naturally, hereditary factor is being transmitted from the parents because this is a very unique characteristic the moment you are born. No? So sa simula pa lang in the story of creation, the children would not understand this. No? So the moment the egg cell and the sperm cell meet and it will form a new cell, that is a zygote, and the process of fertilization, there we experience already God's intervention, the beauty of God's creation, and there we receive the traits, and that is called hereditary factor, that is given. What are the three C's? The three C's stands for environment, education, and experience. So we vary in our different experiences. Bakit yung ibang mga tao, pag may problema, magkukumit ka agad ng suicide? Maybe we can base that from their environment. Bakit yung iba ay napaka-talented? We base that maybe because of the environment in their family. The father or the parents would encourage their children to develop, maybe to train them into musical instruments, so on and so forth. So another E, experience. Why is it that some people are maybe inclined to shun away from people, maybe because of their experience in the past. They have traumatic experiences. And the last one is educational attainment. So we vary because of the three E's. But at the beginning, God created us in His image and likeness. So that is given, that is our formula. And we can understand how come this merchant, this man was going on a journey, he entrusted to each man according to his abilities. So the ability of each one according to the formula of 1H plus 3Es. Then this merchant, this businessman, immediately went to a far distant land. And so this man who received 5,000 went to invest it and made another 5. So my dear brothers and sisters, this man gave a formula to himself also. Because he received this from God, what we are is God's gift to us. What we become is our gift to God. So we have to understand this teaching. What we are is God's gift to us. The formula of who we are. So the moment we make another formula for God, what we become is our gift to God. So this man invested the 5,000 with another 5,000. So the second one invested the 2,000 to another 2,000. But the last one, sad to say, he did not do anything except to dig a hole and bury the treasure, the 1,000 of his master. And so when he was asked, "My Lord," he said, "I knew you were a hard man. You reap where you did not sow, and gather where you did not scatter. So out of fear, I went up and buried your 1,000 silver pieces in the ground. Here is your money back." So wala po siyang ginawa. what we become is our gift to God, but He did not do anything to reciprocate the love that we experience from God. My dear brothers and sisters, wala po tayong dahilan, wala po tayong maibigay sa Diyos. Alam niyo po, kami mga pari ay madalas naiimbita na magbigay ng talk, ng lecture, at isa po sa mga binibigay ko yung team building. Ang maganda sa team building kasi involve yung mga participants. So, kakaiba po ang ginawa kong team building. Nagdala po ako ng 4 na kutsilyo. Hindi po sila magpapatayan, ha? May props lang po ito. At yung tali na parang 1 meter, no? Ganun. So, partner-partner. Yung isa may hawak na kutsilyo. Yung isa yung tali, hawakan niya with both hands. So ngayon, yung 4 na kutsilyo ay iba-iba yung tulis. Yung isa ay napakatulis, hait kayo. Ang isa hait pero habol gamay. Ang isa habol, yung ikaupat pinakahabol. So the first group, the first pair, I asked them, the one who was the sharpest, no, knife. Pag-ana niya sa sa tali, putol na yun. Less than a minute, few seconds. So, siyempre, first action sa isa ka pair. Second gesture, second action, another group. Wala po siya sa kutsilyo, iputol, pero it would take few minutes. Usa na putol kay habol-habol, pero hait-hait po siya. Ikatulo, dugay ko siya na putol. Ano man kay habol man. Ang ikaupat, pag-ana niya sa tali, ingon siya nga, Father, dili maputol. Ikaw maputol lagi na. Sa Father, dili yun kay habol yun ni, anong kiniman ang akuha. Maputol lagi na. Kayo, mapuputol ba yung tali sa knife na napakapurol? Mapuputol ba hindi? Parang nag-iisip na rin kayo, no? Parang gusto yung mag-attend ng aking team building. My dear brothers and sisters, you can cut the rope not of its sharpness, but the friction of the two materials. So this is physics, di ba? So by the friction, you produce heat. Pag constant rubbing doon sa rope. So pabayaan mo, hawakan mo ng matigas yung tali at you allow heat because of friction, and eventually you will be able to cut the rope. So my dear brothers and sisters, in our life it is like that. Every Sunday, we go to the church and hear the Word of God as if we sharpen our knife so that we'll be able to cut all those things that would distract us, those things that would give us no meaning in our life. We have to do something. We have to do something for us to be able to destroy those things that can hinder us, to be able to give our formula back to God. What we become is our gift to God. And that is why I'm very thankful, I'm very pleased, I'm very happy every time the church is filled with people. This morning, when I celebrated the 5 o'clock Mass, the church in our parish in Agdao, it was not filled with people, and I can understand because of the heavy rain last night. And maybe because of the change of weather also, like me, I have a little cough and cold after our retreat. Kasi alam mo naman, parang isip